Pew, 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 pew. Let's talk about your secret weapon as a human being on planet Earth. No, it's not Kung Fu. No, it's not Taekwondo. It is accountability, you silly duffers. That is the secret sauce to your life being fucking good. Accountability. Let us talk about it. What is accountability? It is the act of being held to a particular standard set by yourself or somebody else. So, why is it important to be held to somebody else's standards? Accountability is just that, being held to somebody else's standards or standards that you have set yourself. Why is it important to be reminded of that? I think it's pretty obvious. It's the only way to gauge whether or not you're doing a good job at what you're doing. If it's my job to walk 10,000 steps a day and I'm only walking 7,000, I'm not recording it at all. Is that a pass or a fail mark for the project that I'm trying to achieve? Which might be weight loss, increased cardiovascular health, you name it. I'm gonna say no. If your goal is to read a book a month that's 300 pages long and you set a goal to read 10 pages a day, but you're only reading 5, fine, but there's nobody to help you hold you accountable to that either. So accountability is the setting of the standard, and then it's also having somebody external to you asking you why you haven't done the things that you've done. I'm not here to give a dictionary definition, but this is accountability in its working sense. So as you can imagine, it's a pretty good tool to guarantee your success. Because let's say, I want you guys to think about a time where you set a project for yourself. Could have been a year ago, 6 months ago, and you said, I want to do X. For me, it was learn Italian 18 months ago. I was the only person that held myself accountable to that. I did Duolingo for like 6 weeks. I fell off the wagon completely because nobody held me accountable to me, doing the daily tasks. And when it became too much and too hard, I just gave up. And it's the same with anything else in life. If your boss wasn't there to hold you accountable to you doing your tasks every day, would you do them? Probably not. I dare say productivity would drop by 75% if people didn't have bosses, if not more. If you just showed up and got a paycheck and nobody cared whether or not you did the work that you did, you'd be so much less efficient at what you do. So that's why accountability is important. It's really magic, because if you care enough to find someone to hold you accountable to what you say you're gonna do, that's a really good first step. Because you're like, look, I understand some character defects in myself, so I need help. Who can help me? For instance, a personal trainer, right? Someone to hold you accountable to that, to what your goals were. That's why I love it. That's why I think it's really valuable, because it's somebody who isn't going to reason with you, isn't going to go, oh, I get it, just have the week off. They're going to go, no, where the fuck is what you said you were going to have? Personally, when clients come to me and they're like, oh, I didn't track calories. I'm like, that's not cute. Where is it? You've hired me to get you an outcome, and you're not fulfilling your part of the bargain. What's wrong with you? What's happened? And people, hard week, da-da-da, and that is fair enough, I get it. But even still, it's like, where the fuck is it? I didn't ask if you had a hard week. I didn't ask any of these things. It's a bit of tough love, but at the same time, it's like, you didn't hire me to go easy on you. You didn't hire a personal trainer or a coach to be like, oh, and coddle you. You hired someone to be like, well, no, dickhead, where is what you said you'd have? You go, oh, I don't have it. Okay, well, why don't you have it? And then you work through the strategies. And that's why, again, having someone to be accountable to and using accountability in your life and being accountable to someone in your life is so important, because it takes away, one, the stress of having to sort of figure something out. Like, you either did it or you don't do it. There's no ambiguity, because in your own head, you can justify you doing a bunch of stuff. I was sick yesterday, so I didn't do it. I was tired, so I didn't do it, whatever. Whereas, well, if you've outsourced the accountability, well, you're gonna get given a hard time, and 9 times out of 10, having to deal with showing up with nothing to the person that you hired to hold you accountable to is not a good feeling. And that feeling of like, I didn't do it, that pain of regret is very real, very, very painful, and is a very powerful motivator. And if you're powerfully motivated to avoid that pain, you're gonna move in the right direction to the things that you want. So that's what I believe is a superpower in this world. I believe being accountable to somebody is very much a superpower. So if you guys can find someone to hold you accountable to whatever it is, you've found the right person, and good for you. You're gonna make a great amount of success within whatever you've decided to choose to do. But if you want to keep floating around in this life, having no accountability is the best way to do it. And I've seen 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old doing the same shit, you know? And insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And I'd hate for you guys watching this to be in that boat because you didn't want to take action, because you pussyfooted around. Jump in, find someone to hold you accountable, get the results, enjoy a better quality of life. Guys, if you like this video, follow me on Instagram at Riz Fitness, or click this, the subscribe button down below, and follow me for more videos. Hope you guys are well.
Fuse like a magnet, lose won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket.